Hey, so here we are in Knights of the Old Republic, and we're running this under Rosetta on a Mac Mini M1. So here's the situation. I found out that when I record the screen on the Mac, it records the screen and then it puts it at the resolution that the monitor was set for, which was 4K. So it makes everything look really small, impossible to see. Even doing it a different way, it's still off-centered the screen. I think I finally worked it out how I need to do it. There was a setting that I had set wrong where it was measuring the desktop resolution, even though it wasn't displaying the desktop resolution. So we're doing it without scaling. We actually moved the resolution of the desktop down. So this video was supposed to come before the video that was out yesterday with crossover to show you the difference. So I made some references to this video in the crossover video that probably didn't make any sense. But I couldn't post that video because when I looked at the footage, all you saw was like this corner of the box. So you saw like his head and his arms, and that was it. So the rest of it was way off the screen, and it didn't make any sense. So we're going to try again, and we're going to play it, and we're going to go through it. And again, we're just going to pick the... I don't even know what we picked. It really doesn't matter. Quick character. Portrait's good. We're going with that. Name. Core of Tana is good enough, and now we're going to play. So, I also learned some things about crossover that might help. We'll see if it improves in the next game. Okay. We're going to skip as many of these cutscenes as possible. We're going to play for a little bit. Last time I played this, I will say, even in Rosetta, it actually locked up and I could not move at one point. We'll see if that happens. I'd like to get to that same point and see if we get past it at least. So we'll skip these cutscenes. We're not really playing the game. We're just testing movement and resolution and see how it works. Okay, I will tell you that the sound is very good, very clear. We'll get a Soul Patch Man over to the Footlocker and get all the items in it, and then we will equip everything that we need to. Funny, Soldier Boy doesn't get any extra stuff. Okay, anyway. Oh, we got a backpack. Cool. All right. Yeah, trying to. You're holding me up there, Trask. Why do you get the codes and I don't? That's my fault. Wrong key. Why I gotta take the lead again? You seem to know what you're doing. Alright, so basically what I think I found out was that by not following the tasks it wanted me to do, it caused some problems with the game. So the the cutscenes are clean. They're not stuttering. You're not dropping frames of it. Okay, we got stuck last time because I did not use a med pack. So we're going to do that first because it really wants me to use one. There we go, used one. Are you happy now, game? Alright, so we don't really need anything. We're not going to loot and try and get stuff. God, for being an elite soldier, I'm sure a bad shot. It's easier to control. Take no prisoners. Okay, yeah, I know. But we're not going to hit him from there. All right. Nothing. That sounds like a bad way to go. So does this, though. Well, she's not going to help anybody anymore. Okay, buddy. You can have a sword. And, what do you know? It wasn't suicide. We got through it just fine. All right, so now we got to go through here. Go around here. So auto level up. Yep. Does he get to level up? No, he never levels up. What about you? Well, so much for my roommate. Anyway, this next part is where I had some problems. And I was playing as a scout. And I got to here where I was supposed to sneak past him and couldn't walk anymore. Basically. So let's see what we get from here. No, nothing else. Oh, that's not bad. Oh well. I don't have enough to do both. And I probably shouldn't have done that, but honestly, at this point, I don't care. We've made it past the point where I got stuck last time. So obviously, it was just a matter of not following the protocols of what it was doing. Can a droid come with us? Okay. So good frame rate, good movement speed. As long as you follow the quests and don't try to go contrary to them, everything seems to work okay. Didn't really have any problems this time. Last time, I think it was because we ignored the quest and tried to just run through it. So I don't think there's a reason. In this case, this is one of those situations where, yes, I can run it in crossover. Yes, I can run it in parallels. There's a native version of some sort, even if it runs in Rosetta. So I don't understand the desire to run it in an emulator on top of another emulator, because basically that's what you're doing to get a game like this to work. There is a version you can run directly, and it works just fine. And just so you know, I have the screen resolution set on 1280 by 960. I could probably go higher. I think it went higher the last time I played it, but you really couldn't see. But that's still a fair resolution for this game. It looks okay. There's you don't need much. I was at high 6 sample AA. Anisotropy was at 8 tex. Frame buffer effects and soft shadows are on, and VSync is off. I still want to play with this sometime and see if it makes a difference in the emulators, whether VSync on or off makes a difference. But this is not really the game that you need to do that with. It doesn't really do much. The rest of the options are just typical stuff with the sound turned off to avoid copyright strikes. Yeah, everything's responsive. Everything works well. There is a version in the Mac App Store that's maintained by Aspire as well, so I have a feeling it's the exact same as this. This is version 1.4.0. I think that one is the same. I looked at it briefly, but didn't run it, and I don't plan on streaming or recording that one because it's the same company. It's probably going to be the same patch level. If it is different, I may play that one to see if it makes any difference at all. But because I got satisfactory results from playing it this way, I don't really think I need to. And this comes in so many of the Star Wars packages that you can buy on Steam and it's so cheap. Why would you need to have both? I have both because I bought the Mac App Store one way before Steam had it. I've had it for a very long time. Anyway, I feel like I finished the game this way. I can play it. It's comfortable. Not getting any weird graphical glitches. Not getting anything except the one hitch that I had when I played it the last time, where, like I said, if you don't follow the quests, it seems to get very confused. When it told me to use stealth to get past the guard, I just shot the guard, and it didn't really want to let me go any further. So I think that was my fault, not the game. But I think that's great. It works, no problem. Can't measure the FPS because I don't really think it matters. You can tell visually it's playable. So it's over 20, 30 at least. So I don't think that's going to make any difference. But not in a game like this. Maybe a shooter, maybe something like that, something that requires interaction. But this really doesn't require you because it stops every time there's an action you have to do to actually react to things very quickly. So even a game that stutters a little bit would still be okay using this method of playing. It just gets annoying, and like with the crossover version, playing it gets kind of tiresome because you're constantly redoing what you're doing. You're pushing the game rather than the game flowing with you, because it just keeps hitching and going slow and not working correctly. But like I said, I did read up. I read the entire manual. I took a bunch of notes on things that you can try for typical performance enhancements. The next game that we play with crossover, I'm going to try some of those and see if they work, and maybe I'll do one with it and one without it, because I can make pretty much an unlimited number of bottles, and we can set them up different ways if you want. And I'll see if it makes a difference, and we can compare and contrast the changes. But I found out that the Vulkan adapter, the Vulkan drivers I was using, I wasn't actually activating. I was just installing them. I wasn't turning them on. So you got to turn them on, I guess. So we're going to work on that. But that may have some bearing on performance and crossover. But when we played Star Wars Galaxies and got 4 to 6 frames per second, that's not really acceptable for playing a game. So we'll see if the trend continues, and if it does, great. We'll figure out something. If it doesn't, then we made some progress, and I'll tell you what I did. Anyway, that is it for Knights of the Old Republic on Rosetta, running on a Mac M1. I would say yes, it does M1, no problem. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. We're going to play this in parallels and see if it makes any difference. Thanks for watching.